Keir Starmer and Xi Jinping face off at the G20. What was said behind closed doors, and what does it mean for global politics? On Monday, Sir Keir Starmer met Chinese President Xi Jinping at the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This meeting marked the first direct engagement between a British Premier and the Chinese leader since 2018. With pressing global issues such as the Ukraine war, Middle East conflicts, and human rights concerns on the table, the interaction signifies a pivotal moment in the evolving UK-China relationship. Sir Keir pledged to pursue pragmatic discussions with Xi Jinping, emphasising a need for consistency and mutual respect. As he noted during their dialogue at the Sheraton Grand Hotel, "We want our relations to be consistent, durable, respectful, as we have agreed, avoid surprises where possible." His remarks underscore a strategic pivot aimed at stabilising the historically fraught UK-China relations. By proposing a bilateral meeting in Beijing or London, Starmer seeks to deepen dialogue on critical issues ranging from trade to human rights. 1. Trade relations. China, being the world's second-largest economy, remains a critical trading partner for the UK. However, trade relations have been strained by geopolitical tensions and concerns about tariffs. Sir Keir's meeting could pave the way for renewed trade talks, offering opportunities for economic collaboration while addressing mutual concerns like market access and intellectual property rights. 2. Human rights and democratic freedoms. The plight of pro-democracy activist and British national Jimmy Lai featured prominently in discussions. Starmer expressed concerns over Lai's health and the broader repression in Hong Kong, Xinjiang and Tibet. Groups like Amnesty International have urged the Prime Minister to prioritise human rights, emphasising the industrial-scale repression of ethnic minorities and the curtailing of press freedoms. 3. Regional and global security. China's stance on Taiwan, the South China Sea, and its global influence are major concerns for Western powers. Starmer reiterated the UK's commitment to sovereignty and the rule of law, addressing these sensitive topics. Additionally, the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East were likely discussed, given their global impact. A decline from the golden era. Under previous administrations, like those of David Cameron and Theresa May, UK-China relations were touted as a golden era. However, recent years have seen a sharp decline due to issues like security concerns, alleged espionage and cyber attacks linked to China, human rights violations, reports of genocide in Xinjiang and suppression in Hong Kong, sanctions, Beijing's targeting of UK parliamentarians critical of its policies. Starmer's meeting reflects an attempt to strike a balance between addressing these concerns and fostering cooperation. The Prime Minister's engagement with Xi has drawn criticism from both political opponents and human rights activists. Former Conservative leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith described the meeting as a betrayal of those suffering under Xi's regime, calling it a kowtow for trade. Similarly, opposition figures like Shadow Foreign Office Minister Alicia Kearns criticised the timing, pointing out that it coincides with Jimmy Lai's upcoming trial. Navigating domestic and international pressures, Starmer faces the dual challenge of maintaining a firm stance on human rights while securing economic and geopolitical benefits from China. His assertion that the UK will remain a predictable, consistent, sovereign actor reflects an attempt to reassure both domestic and international stakeholders. With leaders like US President Joe Biden also engaging with Xi during the G20 Summit, the UK's approach aligns with broader Western efforts to address China's rise collectively. By engaging diplomatically, the UK can leverage multilateral platforms to address contentious issues like trade imbalances and security threats. Opportunities include economic gains, as strengthened trade ties could boost key industries and exports. Geopolitical stability through constructive dialogue can help mitigate tensions in Asia-Pacific and beyond. Global leadership is another potential benefit, as a balanced UK-China relationship enhances Britain's role on the global stage. However, there are risks as well. The perception of weakness, where overemphasis on diplomacy could be seen as compromising on principles. Domestic backlash, with human rights advocates potentially criticising perceived leniency towards Beijing. And strategic dependence, where over-reliance on China economically could limit the UK's policy autonomy. Sir Keir Starmer's meeting with Xi Jinping at the G20 Summit is a landmark moment for UK-China relations. While the discussions mark a step towards engagement, they also highlight the complexities of balancing economic, political and ethical considerations. As the UK navigates this delicate path, the outcome of these talks will significantly influence its global standing and domestic politics. With the world watching, this dialogue is not just about bilateral ties, it's about shaping the future of international diplomacy in an era of shifting power dynamics. Thanks for tuning in to Make Dollars Online. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips on building your wealth. Stay smart, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.